So this season of Afterglow was pretty unique, right? We tried to take some different perspectives. We tried to do some interviews. And I personally really enjoyed the opportunities that I got to sit on the couch and have conversations with people. I'm intrigued by people's perspective and their insight. I really enjoyed when I had our guests that got to share, right? It was mixed reviews when it comes to that. That's me personally. Some people enjoy the perspective of the conversation with a guest, like a podcast style, while other people really wanted that direct look into the camera, conversation, teaching. If I had to say, if I had a favorite lesson this year, I think that all the lessons were right for their time and their season. Maybe this wrap-up one about G-rated sex, because I have a book about it, and I'm so passionate about furthering and pushing this conversation and this discussion in culture, right? God's idea about what sex and relationships are in culture probably is why that's probably the most passionate one. I mean, the movie series was crazy. Anytime I get to sit with my wife and deal with relationships, because I think that relationships are such a pain point for so many people, that anytime we're able to provide biblical principles and godly perspectives on relationships, that's always a win. So we took some risks with the Afterglow this year and tried to switch it up a little bit. I love the crew, I love the team, I love the energy, the spirit of our environment that we created. And it's so interesting because I really struggled with if this platform is the best approach. I really struggled this year if I was gonna continue with Afterglow. I didn't know if the concept had passed. You know, people are outside, they're in the building, they can come to the room. People tell me all the time, they stop me all over the place and say, are you ever gonna let people in the room for Afterglow? And though I really want that, I think it would change the dynamic. And so I wrestled with, sometimes we had lower numbers viewership, sometimes we had higher numbers. Most of the time is because we think people have no urgency to watch it real time, so they watch the Afterglow after the Afterglow because it's on demand, right? You can watch it whenever, you can listen to it whenever you're ready and whenever you want to. So, but I think that although I wrestled with that, I had a real conversation with my team about, hey, do you think it's over and the time has passed? I think that the viewers, when we run into people in the airport, at church, in different spaces, I think that they affirm that this medium, this method is working and is impactful. May not be reaching the entire world, but it's definitely reaching and speaking to a people, and the messages are pushing through. So, you know, I think that all the lessons, I can't pick a favorite. I know that was the question, but I think all the lessons were in time and in season for the people that needed it the most. Thank you for watching. What would I want people to take away for the entire season? I would think that the Afterglow is about application, right? So the concept of Afterglow is because when you're up preaching or speaking, you never can say it all, right? You never can say it all in that moment. And after you finish ministering, you have afterthoughts. You have other things you wish you would have said or could have said, or ways you can chime in to make sure that people got not just the biblical interpretation, not just the revelation, but the actual application. And I just hope that everyone that watches the Afterglow can apply whatever they hear and they can live what they learn. The highest compliment to this lesson is to live what you learn. The highest compliment is to apply the principles that you hear and live it out, right? And let your light shine. That's the Afterglow. To let your light shine, to go wherever you are and shine bright in this world. And let it shine, glow. And so I hope that people walk away with a greater depth and a greater understanding. On the creative side, I think that I hope that people know that you can take risks, you could take chances. We musically would mix culture in with a God-conscious message. The Glow Up Band, our MD, Sean, and our DJ LMS would take secular moments, secular songs. Janae, when she was here to sing, would take secular moments, secular songs, and fuse them with biblical concepts, because that's what we believe Jesus did. He literally came into culture, brought kingdom principles into culture, took metaphors and real life experiences and real life moments with people and made it relevant to their lives. So I think creatively, we hope that people will take chances on their approach and what's in their heart and with their head, and try to do whatever they can to further God's kingdom and the message of his kingdom, even if it's in unconventional ways, in just a studio room that we started from 2020 out of necessity, that now we're still moving in 2023 by decision and by choice.
What can people do in the interim, and how can they stay connected?
Yeah, so I know every time people say, oh, y'all taking a break from the Afterglow, I mean, it's not really a break. We're still building, we're still thinking, we're still learning. We do a lot in ministry, and it takes a lot to do this. First of all, shout out to the entire crew that you don't get to see. I'm sitting here with a guest, but there are many people that's behind the scenes that's working, editing and shooting and filming and pictures and production and lights and sound, and just it take a whole bunch of people to make this happen. And so I try to reward them. Some of them are on staff, some of them are volunteers. And so I try to reward them, the crew, with just taking a pause so we can get fresh ideas, right? Pausing from anything actually gives you momentum. It is a way that you re-engage in momentum. I mean, God himself, after he finished creating and said, it was good. Before he started the next thing, he reflected, it was good. And then on the seventh day, he literally took a break so that he could appreciate what had been done. And so I know people are like, why are y'all taking a break? Why are you pausing? What are you doing? But listen, we recorded it all. So you can stay connected to what happened by going and watch it on demand. It's a on-demand culture, and just because it's not a pop-up saying, hey, the Afterglow is live in 1 hour. Hey, the Afterglow is coming live right now. There's an entire playlist on my YouTube page that lets you watch it again and again, hear it again and again. You think you heard everything that was said, but trust me, you did not hear. You were in between driving, at the gym, cooking, listening, chatting with somebody, whatever it was. There's some information and impartation that you can receive. So stay connected. Don't disconnect. Tell somebody about it. Share it. Let us know on social media that you're still watching, that you're still hearing, you're still listening. Of course, a lot of what we teach are out of books and out of sermon series. I got books that you can go listen to. Mentors is my latest book. G-Rated Sex is the book from the last one. Soul Sessions, Toxic Relationships, so many books. I'm working on a new book that's going to be out at the end of the summer as well. So just stay connected to it. Keep feeding your faith and starving your fears, and stay connected to the Afterglow. The goal is for you to let your light shine, all right? So you can stay connected to everything that's happening with the Afterglow crew. We got music on iTunes. Miss Me With This is out. We got the previous EP where we shot whole videos over the summer with the last one. Maybe you just joined our environment. You don't even know about that. That's there, right? You can connect to us with the books, watch on demand. All the lessons are on demand on a playlist. You can hear it again and again, driving down the street, in your car, in the gym. Share it with somebody. Start meaningful conversations about the topics that we literally taught about, and make sure the application is the most important thing. We love you. Pray for us. We're praying for you. We need you to stay connected and bring somebody to the Glow Up next September. I can't wait to see you, all right? Man, it's been an incredible season. I guess after all, I'm glad that we didn't quit. See you next year or later this year. Peace.